More political calls. Get rid of that call. Okay, I got my another pin here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and get that where I want it. I thought I had it the last time where I wanted it, but I didn't. There we go. That one's a little tough to get in there too. So then you come back, make sure everything's set right. Now make sure that this is up here. And what I'll do now, if that tool isn't sharp enough, I'll grab another pin. And I'll just go ahead and I'll turn this eyelid inside, right side up like it's supposed to be. You want your eyelashes coming down at about a 45-degree angle. I don't know if you can see them here, right here. You want those coming down about a 45-degree angle. And watch that when it dries too. You can always do you got to do little clay work or wax work around the eyes. I used to use wax, but I've gotten away from that. I use epoxy sculpt most of the time now. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be kind of a, I wish I could, let me clean that eye off a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like. You can just take a knife and scrape that a little bit. Or I don't have a Q-tip with a little water on there. Anyway, take a look at that eye now. That's a pretty darn nice looking eye. And that'll look good. It's looking like that. And what'll happen is this here, if you want, on the horn beams, just go ahead and run some brads in there. I'll probably put a couple brads in here to hold, especially right in this area here, so that doesn't pull away. But I'll put some pins in here. And what we're going to do is we'll get this ear up here like so. Now you got the muscle here. You got to crease that a little bit right there. You can put some wire in there to hold it in place. What I do is I come back every day and I'll go ahead and work on these ears every day. I do something. These are going to be kind of semi-back ears like so. So the antlers are accentuated a little bit. But I might run a wire in through here to hold that ear in place. And then what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do the nose, just go ahead and do the nose right now, and that way you can see that. And what we do is we just go ahead and see what we got here on our nose. It looks like it's going to be a fairly good fit. If it isn't, put a little clay, roll of clay up in here and smooth it out. I'll show you how to do that. It's a pretty good fit the way it is, but I want it to be a little fuller. So what I'm going to do is, you see this piece of clay here? Just a little roll of clay. Open up the nostril and just go ahead and feed it into there, up on top of the nose. You might have to use your pinky finger to get her in there. You want that not to go in the nostril, but on top. Okay. Okay, I got some clay in there, I can feel it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in through this side here too and put some in there. And you can use a tool or whatever to put it in there. You might have to. The tool works pretty good. But anyway, now you can see this deer is a little bit fuller. Remember, he had a scar that went all the way down through here. Okay, now what you want to do, make sure your nose is centered up here. Now I'm going to have to put a pin in right here. And what I do is I'll take and fold this, get this nose out here again. Get everything out. What I'll do is I'll fold this cartilage, kind of like a cartilage over the top. Get that in there first. Put it in. Then get the rest of it in there. Just go ahead and pack it in there. I'll do the same thing on this side. Pack it in there. Get her tucked up in there. Okay. Now, see, I made the slots here, remember? Around the nose. You can go ahead and do a little bit more detail work there. Just press that in. And what that does is pull that back a little bit. Just go like so. And then what I do is I put some paper towels in there. Look at that nose. You can form it right now. You don't want it to look this here and this. See how this nose comes around right here? The kind of like the lumpy part of the nose. This one here isn't quite the same, so I'm going to take and make sure that it is. I want it to look the same. And that's looking pretty much like the same. What I'll do is I'll pack paper towel in here, and that'll hold everything in place while it's drying. Now we've got the ear, we've got the eye, and we've got the nose. We've got the mouth. This deer is ready to dry. Now, what I'll do when we get ready to finish up a deer, I'll show you how to do that too. But this is it right here. You take a look at this side of the deer. You take a look at this side. You got a big difference. And when we pin these, I'll put a pin up here, a pin here, some pins along here, because I want to get this face detail here, this muscle. There's some muscles that run like this, and I want to get that detail in there. And you can do that with your finger, and then just keep working at that. But anyway, you'll end up with that. With the neck detail, we want to get that. And anyway, that's about it on that deer. It'll be ready to